2:19 p.m. Wow, there's a zoning hearing for this little piece of property here. Change from R16 to PUD, whatever the hell that means. Southeast corner of 40th Street and McDowell Road. Proposal, planned unit development to allow multifamily residential. Change of maximum dwelling units allowed from 14 to 63. So you're looking at building housing here. There's got to be a plan to just suck up that little bit of northbound 40th Street where the van and the killing machine are driving north right now. That's got to be the plan, to eliminate that little bit of 40th Street and turn this into this lot into housing. I don't know. It does make it is kind of sad to me because that used to be a park, but I don't recall it ever being a particularly nice park. It just kind of went from being a park that nobody ever really went to, that was a random bit of green space in the area, to basically a homeless encampment, which is kind of the story of a short that I just watched on the way here about a little park, at least what used to be a park, in Los Angeles. For a less than 1 minute video, it was awfully interesting, at least to me. I hate the way that I have to wait for a red light to cross an intersection to get to the bus stop to get off the bus. And then I have to wait for that same red light to cross the goddamn intersection to get back to the corner where I'm going to. I really wish there were bus stops on each side of the intersection. And it would be different if the roads weren't so goddamn wide. I miss living in Denver and all the nice little narrow walkable streets. It reminds me, this one time I was at my mental health clinic. I forget what it was called at the time. Have I mentioned it's about to be called Taro's? Yeah, Taro's has bought out Lifewell. I'm not very optimistic about that because I've heard a lot of negative stuff about Taro's. Anyway, this sidewalk is a whole lot nicer than the last time I walked down it. It used to be just your typical sidewalk like the one on the other side of the street, where it's just an oversized gutter adjacent to the curb, when the car's whizzing right by you. And now at least it's set back from the curb and a little bit wider than it used to be. And there's some trees planted. I don't think they'll be providing much shade in my lifetime, but at some point they will. There's the scooter I'm looking for. Anyway, I'm in the mental health clinic in the waiting room, and this woman who I felt she was very attractive, came up to me. She goes, "I'm a psychic. Can I hold your hand? I can tell a lot about you if I hold your hand." And I'm just all about an attractive woman holding my hand, so I'm like, sure. And she goes, "I can sense you used to live in Denver, and you're never going to be happy again unless you go back there." I never met this woman before in my life. It was crazy random. I never did get around to explaining how work that started so good kind of got shitty. It didn't get like fully awful, but just it was a big disappointment. It got a little bit better at the end. I'll explain that when I get home. I got to get on this scooter.